Hi everyone, my name is Janna-Kay and welcome to my Bible study and crafting channel, Flourish Evermore. This video comes at the beginning of the month because I go back through the previous month for the last 2 weeks and show you what all I have been working on in my craft, which is mainly crochet and knitting. And so I'm going to show you those things that I have for you. I did a video at midway through November. I will link that video here. And so this is an update of what all I have accomplished through the last 2 weeks, the end of November. So thanks for joining me. And we're going to start with 3 things that I did finish. All right, so the first thing that I finished is the one sock from the pair for me, my sock. So this is what it looks like. I am so excited about it. It is a beautiful pattern. It is the Crazy Sock Ladies Morning Coffee sock pattern. It is a paid for pattern. Well, obviously she is amazing with socks. It is very well written, easy to follow. I did change a few things, which I did mention in the last video that I'll mention again. I did a 2x2 rib instead of what was called for in the pattern. I did 20 rounds before I actually started the pattern. I did 11 repeats. I think the pattern called for 12, but I did 11 repeats before I started the heel flap and gusset. And then it just so happened the pattern repeat is 6 rows, and it so happened that it worked out perfectly for my foot. I actually, before starting the toe decreases, finished the 6th row of the repeat and did the toe decreases, the Kitchener stitch. I think I'm actually getting a little better at it. Of course, practice does make perfect, or at least I hope so. But yeah, very happy with this. The yarn is from my Yarnable subscription. It is the colorway Raspberry Cream, and Hypnotic Yarns is the owner of the subscription boxes. I get those boxes every month. I do get them in the US, even though I'm here in South Africa. I get them in the US at my parents' house. And then if somebody comes to visit, like our son came in May of this past year, if I go back and visit, then I will bring boxes over that way. So yeah, so I will show you the label. This is the Yarnable label, and there's her website. I would suggest, even if she's not open for new members, to go ahead and sign up, get on the waiting list. That's what I did. I didn't wait very long, and when it opened up, then I got into the subscription. And this is the Raspberry Cream. So yeah, so I don't know that she's open. I don't think so for new members in the subscription plan. You get a choice of fingering sock yarn, which is 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon. She does have a DK weight as well. You can also choose an option of 1 or 2 skeins. And so, yeah. So I have this in a bag that I have been using. It's actually by Zuva Designs. And here in South Africa, we have a market that takes place at the park that my husband and I go walking in every day. And I bought this bag from them and absolutely fell in love with it. Well, this past weekend, they were having the market again. It doesn't occur every weekend, every so often. And I bought another bag from them. It is a perfect size bag for me for socks. And I love the zip is done very well. And so I bought another bag from Zuva Designs. And if they have whatever information they have, whether it's a Facebook page, website, I will link that in the description box below. So now I have two so that I can always have two socks on the go. And yes, I still need to finish my husband's other sock and my other sock. But I have got some Christmas gifts that I am making, and that's a first priority, which I'll discuss in a little while. So my second finished object, actually it's my second and my third, are two garlands that I made for hashtag Crowvember that Pamela at Ginger Cat Crochet started, and we're just crocheting things for the month of November for Christmas. And so I decided to crochet two different garlands. So the first one, or one of the ones, I kind of finished them at the same time. They were kind of going at the same time, finished one right after the other. But the first one that I will put a photo up here is a garland that I did of stars and put it on our front gate. So we have garage doors that face the road, and then the gate is just a walk-through gate. And so I put it on that. They're sparkly. I used, let me grab the label. I used, let me see if there's one that doesn't have the, nope, both of them have the price tag right on the middle of it. But anyway, it is Kismet Yarns Lollipop. It is twinkle double knit. It is 100 grams of 100%, oh sorry, 94% acrylic, and the sparkle is 6% metallic. And I used the colorway Cherry, which looks like this. I don't know if you'll be able to see the sparkle in the yarn. That's Cherry. And the other colorway that I used was Emerald Green. And it's very pretty and sparkly. So there you go. So I made that garland using the star pattern by Jayda in Stitches. I'll link that video down below. Very easy star pattern to do. I changed two things. I did magic loop instead of a chain 6 for to start the star in the center, and then on the last round, you single crochet to make the points stand out better. It's to go from actually a pentagon to a 5-pointed star, but I did a slip stitch instead of a single crochet. Don't know that that made a big difference, made the tips pointier, I don't know, but I just decided to slip stitch there. So the second thing was also a garland, and I'll put in a video and a couple of pictures. One, just a plain picture of the garland, and then one when I turn on the lights. Well, I was going to call them twinkle lights, but we have them on static. They're not twinkling, but it's hanging right above all, not all, a lot of our nativity scenes that we have collected in the different places we've traveled. Some of them are repeats. I know we've got several from Kenya, a couple of them from Zimbabwe, but we do collect nativities in the different places that we have traveled, and so that garland is hanging above those. So the yarn that I used for the garland, for the granny squares, I used the DK, Charity DK, and the first color I used is Springbok Green. The second color was green and gold, very pretty. And the third color was red. Cherry red is the colorway name. And the last one that I used is called Lily, a beautiful white color called Lily. So those are the colors that I used for the granny squares. For the stars, again, I used the Kismet. Oh, but Charity Yarn is 100% acrylic. And then for the stars, I did the Kismet Twinkle DK. Lollipop is the name. In the colorway Emerald Green and Cherry. Lots of cherry going on. So those were the 2 Christmas for #Crowvember that I did. You wanted to do some decorations. We have not, because of visiting family in the US, we have not decorated in 2 Christmases. And so I was very excited about decorating. So much so that I actually started a 3rd project. Don't know if I will get it completed because my first priority is those Christmas presents that I'm working on. But I started granny squares using the Twinkle DK from Kismet Yarns and then the Lily from Charity DK. And so I made one with green on the outside, made one with red. They both have the red center and the green because I just thought it looked like pretty flowers. And then I'm alternating red for the border or green, and want to make a garland that will go across my kitchen window. Do a little bit of decorating, mostly in our living room or lounge. I do the decorating. And then at the front, at our side door where people come in, I will decorate that area. And then a little bit of decorating in the kitchen with like pot holders and things like that. So I do want to put those up in the window if I get them done. The nice thing is granny squares are quick. It is a small project I can take with me because I am putting the second sock to my husband's pair and my pair on the back burner for now. It's a good take with me kind of project, and so I may get that done. We'll see how that goes. All right, that concludes my finished projects. And now on to the things that I'm working on, my whips. All right, so I decided for the same event, #Crowvember, to work on Christmas gifts as well. So Christmas decoration and then starting Christmas gifts. I have 4 Christmas gifts I'm working on, our co-workers, 4 precious children, and so I'm going to show you the progress that I have made on their gifts. The first one, the oldest one, I'm working on a blanket, so I started it first. For the blanket, hey baby, yeah. I hear you barking outside. For the blanket, I am using L Pure Gold. It is 100% acrylic, and it says that it is quality that's as good as gold, and it is very soft acrylic yarn. This is the colorway Caviar. Love that name. Love the name. Very creative. That is Caviar. And then I'm also using Lily. Again, there is a connection there, but this is called Lily. And white, black and white, because the oldest son loves chess, and so I am making him a blanket called the Checkmate blanket. And this is what it looks like. There you go. And it is by, and I'll have to look it up, So it is by Garland's Handcrafts, which I will link their website down below in the description box. So the last place I left off, I was just starting this row up here at the top, and I have got, I think, 4 more rows before I do another, but they'll alternate, so it'll be white on top, black, and then it's 6 rows total. So 2 at the bottom that say Checkmate, 2 plain ones in the middle, and then the last 2, the top part of the blanket, has 3 chest pieces that I will do like the Checkmate. And then I will be finished with the blanket and putting the border in. My plan is to do a brown, maybe a variegated brown border to make it look like the board is in a wooden frame. So he's actually under a chess board. And so that is my progress so far that I am making. I am carrying the yarn through. I am not cutting after each block or square. I am even on the blank squares that have no letters or chess pieces. I am, and you can kind of tell, I am carrying the white through the black and the black through the white. It makes for a nice thick blanket. It's not going to be a very big blanket, more like a lapgan, and so it'll be nice and thick. I think it'll, if I measure correctly, the chess board itself will come out to be 32 by 32 inches, and the finished will be 38 by 38. So I'll add 3 all the way around, giving it 6 more inches that way. So that is the progress I have made on that. That's for the oldest. For their youngest, I am working on a plushie. He loves Daniel Tiger, and so I am working on a Chubby Tiger plushie. And this is by Little Crochet Farm, and I will link their website in the description box below, and I will put a picture up of what it should look like when I'm done. But this is how far I've gotten. So I've got his body finished with the stripes. His muzzle will go here with some stripes that are embroidered down the front of his face. And then he'll have 2 ears, a tail, and 4 legs. And I have finished 1 leg. So that's the leg that will go up under the bottom of him. So the pattern is not, in the pattern she does not use the chenille or plushy yarn. So it is coming out quite a bit bigger, obviously, than what is on her web page. So I am using Alizé Velluto. It is 100% micro polyester, and it the colorway, I think they have a name. Nope, they have a number. I'm using colorway 06. The white that I will be using for the muzzle, the muzzle and inside the ears is colorway 62. And then this, I think this is such a beautiful brown. I actually bought it to make a bear with. And so using it for the stripes of the tiger. And this is colorway 329. There you go. Not as creative as Pure Gold L, who named their black caviar, but it will turn out to be very cute. I am very excited and hoping. I have 2 balls of the orange left. I think it will be able to do 3 more legs and the tail and the 2 ears with what I have left. So that is the other Christmas gift I started working on. 2 more. Their daughter loves bats and her favorite color is purple. So I'm going to make this bat, but the wings and the ears will be purple. And then their second oldest, he loves crabs. And I found this pattern and I will be making that. Both of those 2 patterns are from the website Amigurumi Today. You just need to sign up for their newsletter, and there are a lot of patterns. I don't know how many, I would say hundreds, but there are a lot of patterns on that website, new ones coming out that they do email you about. Not every day, it's not, you don't get an overabundance of emails from them. So, and it is called Amigurumi Today. All right, so those are my works in progress, or will be works in progress for those last 2 amigurumis. So one thing I do want to mention, because every once in a while I put out videos of baking. About 6 years ago, my husband found out he was pre-diabetic, and the doctor actually suggested doing what they call Banting diet here in South Africa. It's very much like keto. It's low carb diet, cutting out all sugar, wheat, processed foods, specific processed types of oils, no low fat anything. If we do dairy, it's all full cream, full fat dairy, that kind of thing. And so I love to bake before that, so have learned to do a lot of keto or Banting baking. And I found a recipe, being Christmas, for mince pies. Now, so it is a British dessert that's very popular during the Christmas season. So, and my husband found out that he really loves them. He used to eat quite a few during the Christmas holidays before we found out that we needed to start the low carb diet. And I found this recipe called the Keto Londoner website, and it is amazing. Not only is the mince pie amazing, but her pastry recipe is great. So I've got a picture here of what those look like, and I will link the website down below if you're interested. If you are on a gluten-free, low-carb type diet, it's amazing. But really, the pastry, I've used it for pumpkin pie. I plan on making a strawberry, sugar-free strawberry pie as well, or tart. And I really love the pastry. The only thing I changed about the whole mince pie recipe was that I doubled the filling. We just needed a little more filling in there. So otherwise, I followed the recipe. The dried fruit I did find at our local health food shop, vegan or vegetarian shop. I found dried strawberry, blueberry, blackberry, kind of a berry mix. And we love that, and we can have strawberries and blueberries more so than we can have cranberries. So I did half cranberries and half of that dried berry mix in there as well. So those are the couple of changes that I made to the recipe, but it's an amazing recipe. So if you are low carb, if not gluten-free, you want to cut back on processed food, sugar, try this recipe out. I use xylitol, but I do know in the US I fell in love with monk fruit sweetener. We don't get that as easily here, but xylitol, erythritol, that's what I've used in my recipes. All right, moving on. Plans for the rest of the year and upcoming plans. All right, so upcoming plans for December, as I said earlier, it is to finish those Christmas presents, the 4 that I am working on. And I'm not doing Vlogmas per se like every day, but during the month of December, we are taking a break from Bible study through the book of Luke, and I will be doing Bible study Advent. So 4 different Bible studies, kind of based on my 4 favorite, although I have a lot of favorite Christmas songs. I love Christmas music, but my top 4 favorite Christmas songs, and we'll be looking at verses, scripture that kind of correlates with those songs, and then going through the Bible study, the Discovery Bible study together. So love to have you join me for those. Also, I did 2 game videos. If you haven't seen those, one is just, I think it's so cool to look at different Christmas trees, because whether you decorate eclectically, just a bunch of different ornaments, or you have a theme, whether it's color or some other theme that you decorate with, it tells a lot about you and your family. So the game is I took a video of my Christmas tree. It's about a 2-minute video to see if you can name 5 things that you learn about me or my family from the video. Would love to hear your comments below. People have viewed it, but they haven't guessed yet. And so please take time to watch it. Like I said, it's a 2-minute video. The other one is, as we are taking a break from the book of Luke, we're about halfway through, and I did a Bible quiz over Luke chapters 1 to 11. Whether you followed me through the Bible study or not, try it out. Test yourself, see how well you know the first 11 chapters of the book of Luke. And so I will have those linked here and in the description box below. Finally, for the new year, I'm really considering doing a live Bible study once a month, or maybe once every other month. On my community tab, the last post that I did is a questionnaire, just yes, no, if you would be interested in joining me once a month or once every other month for a live Bible study. So love to know your opinion on that. So that's everything. I really appreciate you watching this long and joining me to see what I've been working on. And we'll see you mid-December. Hopefully I will have all 4 of those Christmas presents finished and can show you what they look like, and whatever else that I've started working on. So have a great day, and we'll see you for the next video. Bye-bye, y'all.